Hey guys, on this video I will be showing you how I do a dip nail set fill with regular acrylic powder. I will link down below the previous video of the set I did using the regular dip powder. Now I do change polishes, that is why now I have a hot pink compared to the previous one that I had a light pink, the one you see. I did this set February 11th, the light pink, and then I am now officially doing a fill March 8th. That is 26 days that this dip set with regular acrylic powder has lasted me. Now keep in mind I am a licensed nail tech, so I do work a ton with my nails and with my hands, so that is why there's chipping and the no chip polish gets removed a lot faster. And on top of that, I usually don't stay with the same color for more than a week and a half to 2 weeks. I always have to change it. I almost made it to a month, so I definitely changed the polish color. And as you can see, once I remove this polish with my nail bits, I will link it down below as well. This is one of my favorite ones to remove gel polish. You will see how low the dip is on my nails, so you can see how much outgrowth there actually is. I just polished a little bit over that so that you can't really see how much outgrowth my nail has been. So I am just gently going to be removing this, and just remember I will link down below the previous video I did of the full set starting from scratch of the dip nails, and you will see that it's honestly just nail glue. It's regular acrylic powder. You can do a color or glitter or just clear. I prefer clear because I can put polish on top and change it up as much as I want. And then also an activator. Those are the three things that I use, the main things that I use to keep this nail set on. And it's been 26 days and it's still pretty good shape. Once you remove the polish, the underneath layer is in really good shape. So it's an awesome fast do it at home or do for your clients as well. And this is how my nails look after removing the gel polish and any excess, I say acrylic, but it's not, any excess dip that's on the nails that's lifted. If it turns kind of cloudy, you want to remove it so that there's no lifting. And I'm just using my straight cuticle pusher. I got this from the IBS show in Chicago, which is the beauty show. It goes around, I think, every March of the year as well. And I'm just using my cuticle bit, and this removes all the cuticle on the nail plate that you don't normally see, so that there's no lifting and the product could adhere a lot better. And then if I see any dry cuticle or any dry skin, I will remove it with my cuticle nipper. This one is specifically from Dollar Tree. It is $1 and it works amazing. I swear by this. I really like it. It's everybody's preference, of course. I've spent a lot of money on more expensive ones. I don't feel like it's worth it. But in case for those of you that want to save money and want something that works really well, I would definitely go for the ones from Dollar Tree. You can pack, they have different colors as well. You can get a few and just make little kits and save money that way as well. And I'm just going to use my nail file to push back the cuticle and clean off any extra cuticle on my nail plate. I am not using an extra nail bit on my nails today. I feel like they actually don't look too bad, so I'm gonna try just using the file. And I'm going to shape them. Now, I do get asked a lot, why do I shape before applying the product and why do I shape afterwards? That's just preference. That's me personally. I like to see it fully shaped before I apply the product, and I like to shape it after I apply it. You can honestly wait until the end, but I just feel like it gets bulkier and it's just a lot more for me to file. I don't know if that makes any sense, but for me personally, I like to shape it beforehand and I like to shape it afterwards. It's just something I've got used to since I was a student, and it's something that just stuck with me. But it's honestly preference, it's your choice. I'm now cleaning and dehydrating the nail plate with acetone. This is something that I've done since I've been using the gel bottle, and it works amazingly. I am using Young Nails clear acrylic, and I'm using a bowl underneath for any product that spills. I can save it, and I'm using my Born Pretty nail glue. This is one of my favorite nail glues. I use it for this, for my crystals, and it's honestly the one that I will always be using. It's very inexpensive and it works amazingly in the bottle. Even if it dries, it's super easy to pop open, so you don't have to sit there struggling. And I'm using my brush that I use to remove any excess powder from the nail. It's very gentle, so it doesn't leave any scratches. I'm also using my pipe, whatever that's pronounced. I've had many people tell me what it is, and it works amazingly. Get yourself a pack because they're so universal. You can use them for any kind of powders or glitters, or honestly even liquids. So anything, these are really useful in the nail industry, honestly. So definitely get yourself some of these. I put the glue on the entire nail, as you will be seeing. The reason why I do this is because you don't need a lot of product by the cuticle area, okay? You honestly only need the most in the middle of your nail, which is the apex, because of the strength. You don't want it to break, but you don't want to put a lot during the cuticle. And also, if you only put the glue in the center, in the cuticle area and the center by the apex, you will get a bulky, really disfigured nail. So you will see, I will definitely show you guys right now how it will look if we do that. So you want to always bring the product down, and that's why you want to make sure you don't do too many layers when you do a fill, so that way the nail doesn't come out chunky. And you want to file down by the free edge before applying this, so you have enough room to add more to it. After the nails have dried, the glue has dried, you want to wipe off any excess powder before reapplying the glue. So I am going to go back in and do the entire nail, getting the cuticle, and I go and get a little bit more glue, and as you can see, I kind of dab it by the cuticle area so that it's a little bit thicker. It has more glue there, so it absorbs more powder, so that way I don't have to do another layer. This should be more than enough. And I am also going to check it afterwards, because sometimes afterwards you'll see missing spots, and you want to get everything, you want to make it as clean as possible. So I will show you how. It's pretty decent. It's not too bulky, it's not too crazy, but I will show you. I'm pretty sure it's the next nail where I just go halfway, and it's just so much smoother when you do the entire nail and you just add a little bit more glue towards the cuticle so that it can graft more of the powder. This is the nail that I wanted to show you. If I just go by the cuticle and stop halfway of the nail, what happens to the nail and how it's just easier to avoid this, so it's less filing you're doing sitting there, and it's just less bulky, and you will just see it right away. So it just, I don't know, it just dips really bad, and it'll keep doing that the more you add on. This is just one layer of halfway, so imagine doing 2 or 3 of these layers, you'll have like a whole mountain of acrylics powder on it. So you want to make sure that you do it as even as possible. Add a little bit extra glue towards the cuticle and just work in layers to have a nice smooth ending, so it's less filing, less work, and easier to apply. After checking my nails, I realized that maybe I can get away with one more layer, very thin layer, make sure I even it out. And there is a little tiny crack on my nail, but that is the acrylic, that is not my actual nail. So when I first applied the first layer, I make sure that I really dabbed it in between the crack of the acrylic so that the powder can go in there. So when I put the activator in there, it crystallizes and it puts it in together. That way there's no crack or anything like that. So I'm going back in and just adding powder and glue to all the rest of my nails. Now, if any nail comes off a little too thick for your liking or for your client's liking, you can always file down towards the free edge or just thin it out or just stop at the previous layer. But I always do my nails a little bit thicker than I do to my clients because I do have really thin, fragile nails. No matter what I do, they're always thin and fragile and bend and break. So I like that extra strength. But like I said, it's all preference. You can stop at the previous layer or keep going. I have also been asked if you can use tips to do this. You definitely can use tips to do this. You just gotta work with a little bit more layers to make sure that it's strong enough to hold onto the tip and that it doesn't break. Now I'm using my activator, my Seal Protect Kira Sky. This is what I have, so this is what I'm using. There's no preference to me. All activators are the same, honestly. I've tried many brands, especially Sally's brands. I did buy this one. I have the Cuccio one. So it's really your choice on what activator you want. They all work the same. They all do the same thing. It's just brands, to me personally. Now I'm using my Clean Up cuticle bit. This is what's not called cuticle bit cleanup, but that's what I use it for, to clean up the cuticle area, because it is kind of a cone shape, so I can get close to the cuticle, and it is a medium grit. I will link it down below. It's by Erica ETA, and it's one of my favorite bits to clean because it doesn't fully take off chunks and layers of my product, but it just cleans it up and smooths it out at the same time, so I can get close to the skin without cutting my client, and smooth it out before applying the gel polish. And then after I file that, I'm going to grab my hand file and I'm going to file the sidewalls and the free edge and just check to make sure that there's no imbalance in the nail, no bumps, no imperfections as much as we can. I like to take them in just a little bit. Either way, in a month, my nails would whiten up. That's just what happens. When your nails grow, the product just tends to whiten up, so you won't have that nice crispy line by the time a month and a half hits. But it's okay. I usually sometimes throughout the week will just go back and file it all into shape. And this is how the product looks after applying. You can see it is very thin. It is not too crazy thick. It is enough. Now I am applying cuticle oil to my nails and rubbing it in, and I will be using my favorite hand antibacterial soap. It is the Y.E.D and Berry Fusion. I get this from Walmart. I always make my clients wash their hands and scrub with the brush after applying cuticle oil for the purpose of recording the video and for the purpose of taking pictures, because I don't want them with cuticle oils after I apply the product, because the residue left on the nail just gives a weird shine to the camera. So it just works even better for me. This is the Assure gel polish. This is my third bottle of this specific color. It is like a rose gold. It's really pretty. I'll link it down below. And this is W13. It's one of the glitter gel polishes. It kind of gives like a really pretty like hollow glitter. It shines every color. It's really pretty, but it has like a gold background to it. And one of my favorite top coats, the shiny top coat from E.D Couture. Everything will be linked down below. So I will be polishing 2 very thin layers of the fine rose gold glitter polish. Like I said, this is my third bottle. I really like this color. I honestly don't think, if I can think about all the polishes I have not reordered a specific color more than 2 times. This is the third one of this, so that means that I've gone through this. Is one of the favorites for my clients. It's just really fine and really natural, kind of nude tone color. So it's glittery when the light hits it perfectly, but it's not overpowering where some people are too shy of wearing it. So since it is a little bit fine, I wanted to add that other glitter to make it pop whenever the light hits it. After applying 2 coats of the rose gold, I will only apply 1 coat of this really pretty gold holographic polish. Because this is a little bit thicker polish because of the glitter, I only do 1 very, very thin layer just to give it a little bit of pop, nothing crazy, and you can see how beautiful it shines. So I will do this to all the nails. And finally, I will use my shiny top coat. You can tell I've had it for a bit, so I'm gonna need to buy more and restock. I do have currently 2 of these. Oh, this will be my 3rd bottle of top coat, actually, specifically the shiny top coat. I do also like the gel bottle top coat, that one's the Extreme Shine. It's super pretty, but it's, I don't know, the shiny top coat just calls my name. It works perfectly. It's shiny. It doesn't leave any tacky residue. It works great. There's rarely any chipping. So if you're looking for a good top coat, gel top coat, definitely recommend that. This is the final look. I really hope you guys like it, and it's very easy to do, and you honestly can use regular acrylic. The only difference between regular acrylic and dip acrylic is that dip acrylic is a lot finer, specifically made for dips, so it works easier and it's a lot smoother to go through layers instead of regular acrylic, which is a little bit thicker and will leave your nails a little bit more chunky. But other than that, I really hope you guys learned something from this, or at least enjoyed watching this video. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you're not. Thank you.